and put it above the garage door, so it supports this. And then you can, because if you don't have a tall ladder like me, you would need to do, you know, support here, and so this will stay here. You don't have to support it, otherwise it'd be really heavy. But I suggest having another person to lift it up while you put the hex screw up there, as you can see. Okay, now we're gonna do the sensor on the sides. Attach the garage door opener on the ceiling. You're gonna want to put on both sides the light bulb. Make sure that when you choose the light bulb, the garage door opener, the Chamberlain, it doesn't use more than 100 watts for incandescent bulb. So if you use fluorescent light bulbs larger than 26 watts, you cannot do that. And do not use halogen bulbs, short net or specialty light bulbs. So these are fine. They only consume about 10 watts, 15 watts. So you want to add the light bulb on each side. So probably it's pretty tight in space. Screw it clockwise. So at this point, don't plug the power cord yet, because this is you need to add the light bulb and everything first. So next, after the light bulb, installing light bulb, you want to attach the emergency release cord. So you want to make sure that that cord is not too long. If it's too long, just tie it up and then just cut it, because you don't want the cord to hang and then touch your car, right? Because then it will get in the way of the car, and that's gonna release the cord, which you don't want that. So make sure this is faced up, and you're gonna put the cord through the hole here. Then we're gonna attach the bottom one, just like this. Like, do a knot here, tie a knot. Okay, gonna do twice. Alright, just to be sure, like this. Okay, then the other side, I'm gonna put through the emergency release right here, the one that is hanging here. So we have this end already tied. We're gonna put through that hole right here, and then let's tie a knot here. So this is not too long, so I would say you don't need to cut it, because depending on your ceiling and the length of your garage door, I'm gonna do not like this. Double knot. Okay, just tied it well, like pull it. Okay, then this will be here, like that. So that emergency release handle, don't use it if the door is open. So you want to use it, you can only use it if it's closed, otherwise the door will fall on you and cause injury. So so if there's any obstructions or any person, don't use it, right? Attached, make sure that when you open the door and the highest point doesn't touch that black rail here, otherwise you have to move it up more. And so if you can't put it in the middle of the center of the door, so if there's something here that blocks you from installing the garage door opener, make sure it's always straight, because if it's, so the manual doesn't say here, like, so if it's straight and then you need to attach the bracket here on the door so it's straight up, so it's straight with the rail. If you have this right here and this is diagonal and not straight towards perpendicular to the wall, the header wall here, then you have to shift it so make sure it's straight. If you shift it, you have to attach the bracket on the door, you know, wherever is that rail, so it has to be straight. So you can't make it, you know, a little bit crooked, a little bit on the side. You can't do that. It's not gonna work well, and it's not supposed to do that. So now we need to attach a bracket, this one. So the one that we use over there is the header bracket. This one doesn't say header, but it says up. It's a little bit smaller in width here. The header is a little bit bigger in width. So you need to attach it from the top of the door 2 to 4 inches below it, below the top. So you need, if you don't have a hole here, you need to have a drill, 3/16 inch drill, to drill a hole right wherever is your bracket is gonna go, like 2 to 4 inches from the top. So drill right here, top and bottom. Then you're gonna use, after that, self-threaded screws, which looks like this. It comes with 2 of them, like this, right? It comes with 2 of them, and so you're gonna attach that on there with the screws provided. Okay, so let's do that. Attach the door bracket. Either measure 2 to 4 inches from the top edge of the door, right? Or below any structural support. If you choose, like this one, it runs along, so you can choose to add it just right below this if you wanted to. So for the self-threading screws, you will need this hex 7/16 inches, 7 by 16 inches. So in order to fit it, so we're gonna go and install the bracket on the door. So here is the bracket. Make sure it's facing up. So I just drilled holes. So your general drill that comes with the drill bit can make holes here, but it just needs time to do it. So you need to press on it. The most challenging part is it's gonna vibrate around, so might use one hand to hold it. So this can drill on aluminum and metal, so yeah, and also wood. So it's general purpose, so you don't need to buy another drill bit to make that hole. So I choose to place it right below the structural support here, and not too far below, so 2 to 4 inches from the top. And let's do it. So make sure it says up on here, and then you're gonna put in that hole. So probably you wanna do it by hand first before Here's the other one up here. So make sure it's moving, okay? Clockwise. Okay. So make sure it's not too. It's centered, so it's not crooked. Crooked, yeah. Oh. Make sure it's centered. Oh. So if you can feel kind of like some resistance here. So you kind of feel some resistance when you put it here. That means, and it's not all the way in. That means it's not properly inserted. So it's kind of like crooked. Okay. So yeah, it's not all the way in. So. Okay, it's a little bit hard at first. Okay, don't screw like very tight because we're gonna add the second screw here below it. Okay, make sure. Okay. Okay. So not too tight, otherwise it's gonna bend. Not too tight, it's not gonna bend. Tight enough, but not too tight. It's gonna bend. Okay, so it's tight now. Okay. So we're good. We're gonna attach to the garage door opener now. You can see I put it right below the structural support, so that garage door socket here, I'm gonna attach it right below, or 2 to 4 inches from the top. So next we're gonna attach the door arm to the trolley. So we're gonna need these 2 pieces, and make sure this is, when you attach it, this is you see here, it's kind of like curved. So this curve needs to face outside and not inside like this, right? So you don't want it to face inside but outside like this. And you will need the clevis pin. So there's 2 clevis pin here. There's a short one and a big taller one. So one is for directly to go to the door socket. This is go to the garage door trolley, so the smaller one. And you're gonna need hex bolt, which comes with it. These 2 hex bolts also, and then the washer, lock wash, 2 of them. Okay, and you're gonna need the nuts right here. Okay, so, and you're gonna need also this hex nut, this to secure that, 2 of them. Okay, and okay, that's it. Let's go and install it on the trolley and the door. So you can see we need to connect that trolley to the door. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull this for now. Make sure the door is closed if you have it connected. Yep, so you can roll like this. Okay, more like this. Okay. And here, okay. So we're gonna connect this So make sure it's facing outside. You can see this is curved here, so it's facing outside and not inside like this. Okay, like this. Okay, let's connect the clevis pin. So we need the shorter clevis pin on the top here. Okay, so let's connect the clevis pin. So this side goes through here. So make sure it's aligned. Okay, it's in. So on the other side, I'm gonna hold this, and you see on the other side right here, it's sticking out. So we're gonna add that kind of like keychain. Okay, so it's secured right here. You can see. Okay, now it's hanging. So next, you see that arm? We're gonna make sure that it's gonna go inside here, right? So this is gonna go inside the bracket here, and then make sure like later we're gonna put the bolt here so it's secured. So let's do that. So let's put the clevis pin here also. Okay. And let's secure it with a let's make sure it's secured. And then we're gonna add that so it doesn't fall off. Okay, it's inside now, and we're gonna use the hex bolt. So once you want to find you know, the two arms here that join together, and make sure that it's pick the holes that are as far as possible from each other. So we're gonna get these ones right here. Don't get the closest one like this, get the far one so it's for rigidity. So you want to make it so it looks like it's between 1 and 2 o'clock direction. So I'm gonna add this. So if you have this sticking out too much, you might want to cut it. But for me is okay now. 1 and 2 o'clock. Let's secure it with the bolt, and then I'm gonna add the washer and also the nuts. Let's find the nuts here. Okay. Okay. Then add another one down here. Let's add the lock wash. So you might wonder, the lock wash is kind of cut, but it's actually the split. It's a split one, so it's gonna stay there better. Okay, let's secure it with a wrench. Okay, I have a wrench here. I'm gonna use these two tools. So one is to fasten this. Okay. And one is to hold it. I'm gonna fasten this with an adjustable wrench. So turn it clockwise to tighten it. Okay, so I can feel it's tight now. So make sure it's really tight. Okay. Okay. Then we're gonna do for the bottom one as well. Like this. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's very tight now. It's good. So we're done for the trolley, connecting the trolley to the door arm. That we're gonna attach the safety reversing sensor. So this is required to add it on both sides of the door and no more than 6 inches from the bottom, from the floor. So we're gonna need to attach this with these bolts, and then also we're gonna need this. So this is to attach the safety reversing sensor on it. So this is tied together. So next, you wanna get the safety sensor holder. So you wanna measure, make sure it's no more than 6 inches from the bottom. So as you can see here, 6 inches is here. So yeah, we're gonna install it here. Now we're gonna get the safety sensor holder. I'm gonna snap it just like this. You want to install it more than 6 inches from the bottom, and so it sits right like this. As you can see behind, like, yeah. So you want to use your lock and bolt here, and then we're gonna attach that safety sensor, one of the safety sensor right here on the back. So it has a pretty long wire if you need it to, so this part is facing outside like this, so you see the green light, it's facing like this. I'm gonna attach it. I want to put the bolt right here, inside here, you can see, like this. Then we're gonna put it behind here. You can see it's gonna stick out. I'm gonna use the bolt to secure it. Right? Okay. Like this. Okay. So make sure it's gonna make a line. Later we're gonna test if it's pointing to the other sensor correctly. So next we're gonna since we use pre-installed wire here that I already stripped, so I'm gonna use the blue and blue-white wire. The other cables I don't use it, so I'm gonna strip out, you know, because I'm not gonna use the wire that came with it because it's already pre-wired. So I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna strip that side. These two cables, I'm gonna strip them so we can connect with the wire connector. Okay. With the blue and white side by side, and then align them. And then these two, the wire connector will twist it for you. Now we're done. We're gonna connect the reversing safety sensor on the left side of the garage door. So this is the pre-wired cable already, as you can see. This is all pre-wired, so I'm gonna use that. If you don't have it pre-wired, you can like run the cable to the garage door. But since it's already pre-wired, I'm gonna use the existing wire. Cut it. Okay. And then we're gonna install 6, so no more than 6 inches from the floor, so it's gonna be right here. So we're gonna attach the mounting bracket from 1 6 inches from here. So I'm gonna use like that. Okay, goes like that. Then we need the bolt to attach it. To attach the sensor to the mounting bracket. Okay. It behind here. Add that bolt behind. And screw it in. Okay, looks like the sensor is okay positioned now. All right, and now we're gonna connect the remote control there. And what you need is you're gonna need a 532 inches drill bit, and to drill the hole. So we're gonna use 532 inches drill bit right here. Can see. Then we're going to drill the hole on the wall to add the door control there. Okay. So what I want to do for the door control is you want to have it for security, for not having children